Hello guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Rimuru's Return to the Modern World, Tensura x Roshidere by Sysnax. Chapter 15. Reconciliation. So, Aaliyah shoved you and then you saw her panties. Must have been quite the view, right? I say to lighten the mood, but completely backfires. I see Q start smiling out of nowhere. Not the nice smile, but the evil villain smile. I start sweating as I feel a sense of déjà vu that this has happened to me before. The only other time this happened was during a mall visit with Q's, Yuki Seal, and I see what happened now. I truly am screwed. So, what view are we talking about now? I hear an icy cold voice from behind me, dripping with hostility. I slowly turn my head around to see Seal with a very kind smile. If you were a masochist. The smile, unfortunately for me, didn't reach her eyes. Q's had long known about our relationship and knew that Seal gets jealous easily. I see, so that's why you were smiling, little twat. I was just joking, Seal. I don't mean it like that. Your view is much nicer, especially your thighs. It was true. I wholeheartedly believed that Ciel's thighs were much nicer than Aaliyah's. And since we are connected by a soul corridor, she can sense that there was not a single lie that Ciel sensed. After Ciel realized that, she quickly turned red in the face and looked away. I smile at my victory. That's very bold, Rimuru. Ciel, did you like that compliment? Q's comments with a smirk on his face. It's very hard for someone to turn Ciel into the blushing mess that she is right now. And Ciel has done a fair share of teasing to Q's, so he saw this as an excellent opportunity to get her back. It works. Ciel's face becomes redder than the Coca-Cola can I bought in the queue. Well, just a bit, Ciel says meekly, still a bit embarrassed. Even though Ciel has gotten catcalled in the cardinal world, she looks quite different than she does right now. She feels really proud of her looks in this world, as this body was purely biological with zero interference from me and Ciel. Of course, I would be bold, she is my girlfriend. I say with a smile. Ciel seemed to have calmed down as she hugged me from behind, wrapping her delicate arms around my neck. I leaned my head to rest on her arm as she brought her face closer to mine until our faces were touching cheeks. The usual chatter around us stops as they check out what's going on, with some girls blushing at how romantic this was and how boys were glaring daggers in jealousy. Thank you for the compliment, Ciel says as she fully returns back to normal. All right, stop now, get a room, Q says, irritated at all the looks we were receiving from the cafeteria. Oh, by the way, Ciel, would you like to join us? Sure, I would like that, Rimuru. Ciel sits down and asks what we are talking about. As I retell the story of how Q's got kicked by Aaliyah as Q's saw her panties, he was trying to find a way to apologize. So now that you're here, maybe you could give some advice. You're a girl after all, maybe you could provide some help. Q's says after I stop talking. Let's see, if let's say Rimuru did something wrong and angered me, depending on the severity, considering the situation and how you did it on accident and because Aaliyah was the one who pushed you, maybe just apologize and maybe give her her favorite drink. The ever-analytical mind of Ciel says, weighing both sides into the argument before giving out the best answer. From great sage to Raphael, to Ciel, that thought process has always stayed the same no matter what evolution stage she was at. Q's thinks about Ciel's words before deciding he will follow Ciel's advice. All right, thanks Ciel, Q's says with a genuine smile. After school, third Pav. Hey, don't you think that Princess Aaliyah has been cranky today? A classmate asks. You're right, I do wonder what happened. After some thinking alone, Aaliyah has come to realize that it was 100% her fault that Q saw her panties. After recalling the events, she reached that conclusion and wanted to apologize to Q's, but I do want to apologize to him, but I can't. Every time I look at him, I want to explode in shame. Were Aaliyah's thoughts. Q sees the internal conflict going in Aaliyah's mind due to her erratic movements, and her holding her head like it's about to fall. Q's has already bought the drink and was just thinking about when he should come and apologize. Despite the small crowd, he decided that now was just a good time as any other and got up from his chair. He walked towards the front of Aaliyah's desk and kneeled down with one knee touching the floor and the other raised where he rested his right arm and his left hand holding the canned drink. Aaliyah stops mentally screaming and looks at Q's. I'm sorry about this morning and all the things that happened after that. No, keep it as cool as possible. I'm not angry or anything, were Aaliyah's thoughts. Aaliyah. I mean Princess. Q's presents the canned drink of sweet Shiruko like a man proposing to his girlfriend. Perhaps this will satisfy you? I told you I wasn't mad, Aaliyah replied with an unreadable expression on her face. This is merely a symbol of great regret I hold, Your Highness. All right then, I'll accept it then. Q's smiles and goes to leave before Aaliyah tugs on his sleeve, causing Q's to stop and turn back with a questioning look on his face. Wait, I also wanted to say sorry for kicking you and all. Open black lens bracket Hoku, Sitabi my protolzali druzit close black lens bracket. I want us to continue being friends. Q's, who knew exactly what Aaliyah said, asked, I didn't catch that last part. I said don't you dare tell anyone what happened. Don't worry, I wasn't planning to, Q's says with a sincere smile. Of course. Anyways, see you tomorrow, Aaliyah says quickly before dashing off from the classroom. Look at her go. Q's whisper quietly, nice apology dude. Rimuru, who stayed sitting in his desk the whole interaction, said. He got up from his desk and walked over to Q's and proceeded to pat his back. Thanks, I feel a lot better now that I've apologized. I know, right, it feels nice. Want to come to my house? There's a new banner for Genshin and I want to try C6 this. I'll come, but stop spending so much money on Genshin. How much money are you up to now? 50,000 yen. I think. That's over the past 5 years though, so it's not even that bad if you think about it. 10,000 yen a year is bad, Q's says back with an exasperated tone of voice. Q's knows that Rimuru is loaded because his father is a very famous investor. Q's, being a free-to-play player, likes the grind and without having to buy items says that it makes the game more fun. Q's, instead of spending it on the game, spends it on merch, which he says is much better because there is no gambling. The two of them head out of the classroom and head towards Rimuru's flat. Seal was hanging out with Yuki due to it being a weekend the next day. This life isn't so bad either, Rimuru thinks as he walks out of the school gates with Q's.